Well, after spending 7 months in solitary confinement away from society, Tommy Robinson is finally coming home. I don't know if you guys recall, but I made a number of videos calling for Tommy Robinson to be released. He was unjustly put in solitary confinement. Believe it or not, being in solitary confinement is only reserved for the likes of the worst criminals. Somehow, Tommy Robinson managed to piss off all the right people, and they decided to put him in solitary confinement for the likes of 7 months, all because he wouldn't take down a video called Silence that he published on X that was seen to by millions of people. Tommy spent 7 months before he decided, okay, enough is enough. I will delete the video on my X account, and he has done just that. And because he did that, he's now been released from prison. I believe he's going to be released within the coming days. But Justice Jeremy Johnson ordered Tommy Robinson to be released from prison after Tommy deleted a video he had published on X in defiance of court orders. Those court orders, I'll have you know, were given to these justices, these leftist justices, the ones that don't actually really know what justice means. But if you're putting a man in prison or behind bars for a movie that he created, which tells the truth about the Islamic grooming gangs in the UK, you should really look at you being the problem, not the one that actually made the documentary, but you as the so-called justice, putting the man behind bars for creating such a documentary that exposes a lot of the corruption and the rot at the moment in the UK, especially the likes of Keir Starmer and his government. People don't like Tommy Robinson because he's a patriot and because he grew up in Luton. He knows exactly what took place. The man knows everything about the grooming gangs. He saw it happen. It happened to his own family members, believe it or not, which is just utterly insane that someone like Tommy would be thrown in prison in solitary confinement, no less, for a non-crime related offense. It's not a crime. It's contempt of court, which, to be honest with you, contempt of court is a ridiculous sort of law or breaking of some kind of law. It's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Like, what is the whole point of, oh, I'm not going to show up to court, so therefore that means I get chucked in prison or solitary confinement for not showing up? But Tommy Robinson chose. He willingly chose to defy the court's orders, which the court chose to put these orders on Tommy in the first place because they don't like him. That, to me, shows a level of two-tiered justice from Keir Starmer. I'll be making another video today about a woman, Lucy Connolly. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she is spending 2 years in prison because she lost her appeal for a social media post in the UK. A social media post. And Keir Starmer would love to brag to the entire US that he's still got freedom of speech in the UK. You don't. Even here in Australia, we don't have freedom of speech anymore. Not in the traditional sense, because the government controls speech. And when the government controls speech, you know what happens to our society? It becomes more about a socialist or communist sort of regime, when only a select group of people decide what is allowed and what's not. When the government decides who is able to say what versus just being able to say it, we end up in a world of hurt. And you know what? The thing is, people vote these dingbats in. Keir Starmer was voted in overwhelmingly because the Conservative Party in the UK messed up in a big, big way. And as a result, Tommy, under Keir Starmer decided to go after Tommy because Tommy was making waves. People love Tommy. You know why they love Tommy? Because he's a patriot. He knows what he's talking about, and he tried to protect so many of the UK girls from being R-worded by the likes of Islamic Pakistanis. 95% of the ones that actually were part of the grooming gangs were Pakistani. in nationality. That's a fact. Not white people. Yes, there were a couple, but the vast majority were Islamic Pakistanis that went after the young girls. And the movie Silence, which if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. The movie Silence goes into everything and how it was all covered up. It's still covered up. They won't do a national inquiry into it. You know why? Because it exposes the rot. It exposes the corrupt politicians. Because why would the government invest money into finding out who was largely responsible for covering up one of the UK's worst, now known atrocities? What about the victims of these grooming gangs? What about them? They just were lambs to the slaughter, so to speak. We don't care about them at all. Oh, they're just cannon fodder. Leave them alone. We can't do anything because it's Islam. And we know what happens when we go after people that are in the religion of Islam. Oh, dear. We're afraid of them. Now, Tommy knew what was going on. He tried to warn us all. Many people tried to warn us all. And Tommy ended up paying the ultimate price, aside from, the ultimate price being losing one's life. He lost his life for 7 months in solitary confinement. He paid a huge price. And his mental state, the level of treatment that he endured for 7 months, people, 7 months. It's a long time to be in solitary confinement, to be away from the world. Finally, he's coming home. That's good news. I mean, it took long enough. I know so many people around the world, including the likes of Elon Musk, were putting spotlights on this, and damn well so. Like, Tommy shouldn't have been in solitary confinement. He shouldn't have even been in prison. It's a non-crime. But watching the mainstream media spin their lies, and same with Piers Morgan, spin the lies. Man, Piers Morgan is going to love this news because he was so against Tommy in the first place. He's still against him. Nigel Farage as well, constantly lying about Tommy. Countless people lying about Tommy, and Tommy couldn't even defend himself when he's in prison. And yet they had the gall to slander and demean the man that is actually trying to help, that is exactly exposing the religion of Islam and all its horrible, corrupt, and sinful flaws. So we got to keep Tommy and his family at the moment in our prayers. But the good thing is he served over 200 plus days in solitary confinement. Tommy finally wins the case at court and will be released from prison. So it got 167 million views. The truth got out there. It is a huge win for patriots, but the one that had to pay the price, Tommy, it's going to be hard for him to return back to regular society. But I, for one, would love to interview him when he gets his mind back in order. So anyway, I just want to share this news with you all. It's fantastic news, if you ask me. But you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.